It is that time of the week again, and we are looking at Faust here on Faust Friday. Tim Vigil. I have not been disappointed yet with any of these issues, except for the fact that there's a slight curl on my comic, but that's fine. I don't care. Anyways, we are going to go through this, and yeah, Tim Vigil. Amazing underground indie outlaw comic book artist. David Quinn, of course, writing it. Great artist or great writer. I haven't read much of this comic. I look at it. It's like visual porn for me. But we are on issue 4 here, and yeah, it looks great. I'd be shocked if it didn't. Even the stuff with people talking and story going, it's interesting stuff. The camera is moving. The perspective is changing. He is not drawing people just sitting in a room in like a one-point perspective. He is moving that camera around, which is super important. Even if you don't like Tim Vigil's artwork, which I don't even understand how you could not, but let's say you don't, just look at how he moves the camera around, even on simple, uh, simple ideas of just people sitting around talking to one another. And also, look at those faces. Look at the expression on those faces. Look at that gore. Very cool. Draws great women, of course. Why would he not? He draws great men too, so it's not just the women. He draws great everything. Yeah. I love that when somebody can get that bone, like in the elbow, and can draw it like a cube. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. I definitely think he had to have been looking at something with Wolverine at the time, because that looks like a Wolverine pose, if you ask me. Our dude's naked here, so Tim Visual shows naked dudes as well. I think I have like EO or whatever, and like I think that's what it's called, or IO or whatever, and it's another Tim Vigil book, and there's a lot of sex in there, and there's not only just male and female sex, like there's dudes on dudes, so Tim Vigil does not discriminate. I mean, I love that. He had to have looked at a Wolverine comic at the time, but man, it looks great. I love that sadistic face too. It's like the Joker face. The hair looks great too. Did I mention how great the hair looks? The hair looks amazing. Hair is really difficult to draw too. Great anatomy. I'd be shocked if he didn't have great anatomy in his books. I think I've already said that 15 times in this video. I mean, great ass cheeks there. Great stuff. This reminds me of Weapon X. Weapon X had to have come out at the same time, right? There's no way he didn't. He wasn't reading Weapon X at the time. So we have a backup story, I'm assuming. Oh no, we just have a backup piece. No, we don't. Okay, so we don't have any backup pieces. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna draw Weapon X, but I'm gonna draw him with his dick swinging. Very average sized penis as well, from the soft point there. Oh, we have a pin up here, which is very cool. And I have no idea what this is, but I'm guessing it's poetry or something. That's a great piece. Don't know what is going on there. And then, of course, we have an awesome pin-up in the back of it. No Joe Vigil this time, so very interesting. But yeah, I mean, a very action-packed issue. So I dig it. I absolutely dig it. I think I love his uses of panels. I love his storytelling. It's just if you want to learn to be a great comic book artist. I was reading a book about how to become a manga artist. And it's probably true for comic book artists too, but it's like you should just look at your comic books that you own and don't try to draw exactly like the artist. Just try to draw panels similar to the artist, and you'll learn a lot. And man, Joe Kubert, yeah, Tim Vigil uh, will teach you a lot. I don't know why I have Joe Kubert on the mind, but Tim Vigil will teach you a lot. He'll teach you how to, yeah, just to like make it flow beautifully. I don't know how it is from the standpoint of the dialogue because I don't. Again, I haven't read Faust. I just look at Faust. I look at a lot of my comics. I don't read a lot of my comics, but there are some that I absolutely do read, like John Byrne, and Chris Claremont's X Men, and you know stuff like that. But yeah, great art, great issue. I definitely think Weapon X and Barry Windsor Smith was certainly on the brain during this period of time. But that's cool because it shows you that we all, as great as we are, as great as Tim Vigil is, we all need some kind of inspiration that we can kind of look to. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I love this cover, by the way. What's on the back? Did I look at what's on the back? Oh yeah, and then it's telling you, you can pick up other issues, which is pretty cool, or posters. But yeah, Faust Friday, Act 4 done, and it's just as mind blowing and action packed as the other three issues. And next week we are going to be looking at issue 5. And thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great weekend and enjoy your Friday. And I will see you next week.